Hello everyone, I am Joana Colussi from the University of Illinois with our 5-minute FarmDoc Daily on a comparison between direct costs of soybean production in Illinois and Mato Grosso, the largest soybean producing state in Brazil. In this video, we will approach trends in the direct costs in major production regions of Brazil and the United States, the world's largest soybean producers and exporters. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to watch more FarmDoc videos. The direct costs of soybean production in Mato Grosso have increased at an average rate of 7.5% per year from 2016 to 2023, which is very similar to the direct costs for soybean production in central Illinois. Direct costs in Brazil grew to the record levels for the 2022-2023 crop season, but projections indicate a decline for the 2023-2024 crop season, also in line with cost projections for Illinois. Overall, soybean production costs have been higher in Mato Grosso than in central Illinois since 2016. Let's see why. First, the higher cost of fertilizers. Fertilizer costs per acre in Mato Grosso are projected to be 46% higher than in central Illinois in 2024. The higher cost is mostly due to the high fertilizers rate, the depreciation of the Brazilian currency relative to the dollar, and Brazil's high dependence on imported fertilizers. Brazilian farmers rely on imports for 85% of their overall fertilizer needs. The relevance of fertilizers is also explained by the high demand for soils of the Cerrado region, or the Brazilian savanna, which typically has high acidity. Another reason for higher production costs is the price of pesticides. Per acre pesticide costs in Mato Grosso have been higher than Illinois due to the depreciation of the Brazilian currency relative to the dollar, the lack of cold weather there, and higher humidity in the central west of Brazil. Like Illinois, producers in Mato Grosso are facing increased weed resistance and increasing herbicide costs. In addition, Brazilian farmers must deal with the proliferation of other pests due to conditions intensified by the tropical climate. In contrast, per acre seed costs in Illinois have consistently been higher than in Mato Grosso. In central Illinois, seed costs are projected to be 51% greater than projections for Mato Grosso for the 2023-2024 crop season. Soybean seed costs are typically less impacted by currency fluctuations compared with fertilizers and chemical because much of the seed production in Brazil is domestic. In Mato Grosso, for example, 90% of the soybean seed used is produced in the state, so there is no state tax and freight costs are low. It's important to highlight that for Brazilian farmers, a stronger dollar presents a dual impact. It raises costs as a result of the uptick in prices for imported inputs such as fertilizers and pesticides. On the other hand, it also tends to boost revenues via greater export demand by making Brazilian soybeans relatively cheaper and more attractive in the global market. You can read more about this in an article published on FarmDoc Daily. The link is in the description of this video. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe for more FarmDoc videos. See ya next time!